did this a couple days ago. I'm going to take a white gel pen and we're going to do some doodles. I have a book that I started during the pandemic. It's full of, got some thumbnails here. Just things when I just write down doodles just as a reference of what I like, what I don't like. And then there's some bigger versions of all of that in here. Some great, some not so great. But anyway, that's what we're going to do. So I don't know how the white's going to show up. If the white doesn't look good, then I will flip back to black. But I thought white could be interesting. And one of the ones I saw here a minute ago, and now I lost it, is this one. And just see how white looks on top. Might not be opaque enough. I might bring this down a bit more too. Oh. In camera, not out. I'm not sure this is going to work. Maybe it's the pen, maybe it's the writing on this paper. Not. Okay, that's flowing a little better. I also have Posca pens. But Posca pens tend to, I don't know, they don't work and then they work too well. Like too much comes out. And for those asking or thinking or wondering, this is a Uni-Ball Signo broad. I think it's a 1. Or was I seeing the 1? Maybe it's in here. Nope. I think it's a 1. Or it just says broad, but it's a fairly big tip if you can't tell. I have these in gold and white, obviously. I picked up a red one at Christmas. And I don't even have a plan here. I'm just turning on the camera and seeing. Because I was thinking this page was nice, but it was just needed something else. It was screaming for more or something. So let's doodle some lines and see if that's the something more. Maybe I'll doodle all the lines. I don't know. This is something I would do in my sketchbook at night after work during the pandemic when I couldn't, you know, when you're home. Oh, I doodle every night. Found it quite relaxing. Oop, went off camera, sorry. All right, so there's a row of little loop-de-loops, little ovals. I think I'll do squares in this one and see how it looks. The challenge is going to be, maybe I'll do them on this one, is the white may not have enough contrast with some of these lighter colors. Let's do rounded squares here. Already in this one I can tell there's a little bit of a, it disappears and oops, and now the ink isn't flowing. I find that the ink isn't flowing, just kind of change your position that you're holding it, and sometimes it'll start flowing again. The struggle is real finding a good consistent white pen, I find. Because it's not natural for me to hold it so up and down like this. I might get out the Posca and do less line work and more like opaque circles, like, you know, fill in the circles. Okay, now that's not moving at all. Okay, not nice. Now it's stopped. I don't know if it's gummed up or... Oh, there it goes again. Okay, just kidding. And these end up being more like this, the ovals. I wanted it to be squares. All right. Let's make it slightly bigger. Yeah, I think I'm going to get my Posca, my white Posca pen out. See if I can make some dots. Or some vines. These might lend themselves to vines. Okay, not bad. A little faint though, but let's get the Posca. Hello, my name is Dawn, and I may or may not have a small pen, white pen addiction. Alright, to be fair, several of these are the same size. These three are all the same size. Why do I have three this size? Because you misplace it. Then you buy it again. And then, oh, like I said, four. Four of this size, yeah. And then, of course, you know, when you have four that size, then you get the next couple sizes. I have two of this size. My favorite size, this is actually not Posca. This is Bistro chalk marker. My favorite size is this. It's called the 5 5M. Come on, you can focus. You can do it, camera. You can do it. I have faith in you. All right. The 5M is my favorite size for what I do. Now, it's not... I mean, sometimes you want small, which is why I have... And then this guy is the 1.3. And these guys are... What are these sizes? This guy's 0.7. Of course, then you have to go big or go home, which is the 15. You ready for this? Whoa. Don't you love that, though? I do. And then I've got some other brands. Oh, another Posca. Teeny tiny. Oh, another 0.7. Well, that's weird. So this is a 0.7. And there's the nib. And this is a 0.7. But that's a different nib. I'm not sure I made that connection before. So anyway. And then I've got some other ones. PVO. I'm not sure where I got this one, and then untitled, unnamed, and cracked. Probably not any good. It's got a big old crack in it right there. I'll check that out later. Pen Touch, don't know. Jane Davenport from forever ago, and then of course the one we started with. So all that is a big Posca pen hello to what am I going to do next. I guess I'm going to start small. And this is the part that I hate. And by hate, I just mean it kind of gets in my way. Because what I'm going to want to do here is prime this nib a little. And that right there, my friends, is why I sometimes have issues with Posca pens. Especially these teeny ones, these little pencil point ones. Just that right there. I mean, come on. If I had done that on my piece, I'd have been mad. So we're going to just treat this like a paintbrush. All right, what are we going to do? Let's do some, and it's milky. Ugh, and it's reactivating the, all right, we're going to stop belly aching and just go with it. I'm going to fill in, do an adult coloring book here. This would probably be good with the bullet, the bigger 5 that I love. I'll probably come back and charge these and get some a little more opaque. I hate it when it does that. I'm sure it's something I'm doing wrong, but I sure don't know what it is. Maybe it's just got a faulty pen nib and get stuck or something. Don't know. But my advice is if you're playing around with Posca pens, is to have a scratch piece of paper off to the side where you prime it and you make sure it's going to behave properly. And would it have been any end of the world if it had blurbed all over the sheet? No, of course not. But I didn't want it to. And I knew it had the propensity to, which is why I had a scratch piece of paper off to the side. This might be why I have 4 of these, because I keep buying them thinking the next one, the last one there's a nib problem, and one of these days I'll buy one that doesn't have a nib problem, but maybe this is the same one. I keep using the same nib issue over and over again. I don't know. It's starting to dry up now, so it's getting clumpy. Clumpy and lumpy. They're the cousins to Larry, Moe, and Curly. Clumpy and lumpy. Just trying to stretch it out and not push it again. All right, we're done with that little 0.7 pen. Let's go to my favorite nib, the 5. Let's and mixing ball isn't going. Right. All right, I think maybe this pen will work, but we'll see. Having to like trace over things. See. I just don't think it wants to work. This is the one. This is the pen nib one. This is the really tiny nib. And I remember buying at the time thinking, okay, this is too fat and clunky. This is just too erratic to depend on it to work right. And I bought this one with the hopes that I could do some of these detail work, because these I find to be good, but sometimes you just want a little bit more, you know. But maybe this is my plight. It's just to deal with the Uni-Ball. Oh, see, now I just got a flood again. I just did this. This is a different one because I put the one in timeout over here, the 0.7, and I just tried this one and it just flooded my paper. Luckily, it's my scratch paper, but I just got a big puddle of ooze. This is not what I'm looking for. All right, back to the Uni-Ball. Uni-Ball to the rescue, man. I love Poscas and the bigger markers, but man, these little markers are problematic. Posca, if you're listening, do better. All right, this is what I was wanting to do the whole time. Why was I forcing myself to use the Posca? I don't know. When the Uni-Ball is perfectly fine. Let's do some little leafy shapes here. That's a technical term, leafy. I like combining doodling and watercolors. They're fun. they don't have to be symmetrical going all the way up. I don't know if this is even right. This is even reading on camera. Okay, it gets up that close. It does. All right, so I guess I'm bringing this camera down because otherwise you're like watching nothing. There we go. Of course, now I'm having to lean over my desk, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, that's good. Let's see. What other shapes? I'm kind of flipping through my book off to the side here. Let's take another thin line. All right, let's do this one that's dark. I'm going to probably do the darker lines, the darker swatches. Oops, off camera, sorry. I'm just going to do this little guy down here. And I'm just going to make these, I call these goldfish circles. What I mean is they fill the space that they are given. You know, goldfish, if you put them in a tank, they'll grow to whatever size the tank will let them get to be. These are goldfish circles. They'll grow to whatever size the space will allow them. I know, weird. I'm a weird person. Okay. Goldfish circles it is. Let's move on. I really want to play with this big boy. I wonder if I could do... Oh man, I just made a big painting mess over here. I'm afraid I'm going to mess this up if I go too crazy with this, but we're going to, you know, go big or go home, right? Let's see if I can just go like... Just see what kind of mark making I can make with the side of this broad tip. You don't know till you play. Looks like zebra stripes. Too far out, wasn't it? All right, what about diagonal? Now I'm scared. I'm just trying to touch the one corner of this big marker to this stripe. I'm not sure that's working very well, but whatever. Let's go back and see if we can make these marks a little less puddly and a little more actual marks. Okay. I think the fun part is the juxtaposition between the big fat lines here and then the really slender lines here. I think there's something fun that happens when you have that kind of variation in your marks. All right, let's see if we can do, let's do a little zigzag going on down here. Maybe that'll be a thicker line here. And there's that turquoise from before. Oh, hello. And the turquoise from up here when I made the dots is showing up, but we're going to leave it. Worried it's not going to be opaque enough to show. I say worried, you know what I mean. Disappointed. But clean the nib. Ish. Alright. Let's do, let's see, thick, thin, thick-ish. Alright, let's try to do, how about some up and down? This guy's kind of bothering me with how he came out so uneven. Without me putting my hand, I think I'm good. I'm just going to do some straight up and down verticals. Okay. What else could we do? How about some rolling dots? I just made that name up just this moment. All right, let's see. Let's just go a line and then a dot. And then a line. Ooh, we'll call this SOS. No, we won't, because it's not the right, whatever. But and I'm off the page. I'm so sorry. You think I'd get better at that? Okay. I think I want this. I think I want more frequent dots in that. Yep, I do. That's better. Okay. Alrighty. Flipping through my book. Let me see. What if we do this? Oh, but I got lines right there. What else we got? Could do some more of these goldfish circles up here. There's no reason why you can't repeat a pattern. Just don't put your hand in wet paint. Yep, I got you upside down, but oh, for heaven's sakes, in the love of mercy. I was a slow child. I didn't learn my lessons very well. I repeated many of them. I'm going to take a second and dry these. To everyone who was thinking earlier, get out your hair dryer and dry them. Thank you. Where were you when I needed you? Okay, so this is what I was doing. I want to go this way this time. My goldfish circles. Okay, come on, Ben. There's a lady on YouTube. Her name's Rochelle Kearns. And that woman can draw the most perfect circles all day long and twice on Sunday. And I admire her circle drawing ability, painting ability, I should say. She doesn't just draw them, she paints them. She makes these gorgeous acrylic paintings about light, and she's painting bokeh. And I'm just in awe of her circle making ability. So I've really been trying to work on my own. Yeah, okay. I like that. Can't decide if I want to fill in all of these lines or just leave some of them au naturel. I feel like I'm getting close to being done because your eye needs a place to rest too, right? Let's go around a little bit. You can see the Posca graveyard off here to the side. We aren't talking about it. We'll draw a veil over the Posca pens right now. I'm not happy with my white Posca. I love my colored Poscas. I am not always happy with my white. Okay. I feel like I want to do some slanty lines. Like I did the zigzaggy here, but I really just don't feel like it's showing up that much. I could go back over it, I suppose. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. It's like there's a shadow, and then I'm just putting a smaller line over top. I like that. It's just about playing, you know? Sometimes we forget to play. We're so busy focused on the end result. I think sometimes we forget to play. All right, so let me do some zigzaggy lines up / down here. Sometimes I want to go this way, and this time I want to go this way. Don't know why that is. Oh, I might put like little dots in these and make this a more regular pattern, a more traditional pattern, or Zentangle, or whatever they call that. Bring it back down. I know I've got dots right here, but I'm thinking about just doing those little tiny ones. Okay, and this little line here, I think I just want to make the smallest. Okay, bring it down a little closer. I know I gotta move the book. I will. I am making the most microscopic. Oh, I just ruined my G. Ink flow stopped. There we go. It's a very satisfying sound too. Okay. I think we're liking that. Up we go. Ooh. Y'all won't believe what I have my camera on. You know those Pixar, that lamp in Pixar? You know, the desk lamp, the one that jumps up and down the ball? You take the lamp off and put your GoPro at the end of it. Yep. I didn't think of that. I can't take credit for it, but I am using it. Okay. Got diagonal stripes, I've got dots, I've got ovals, I've got snaky lines, I have squares, fat ones, skinny ones, round ones. Oh, what else do we need? I'm flipping through my book. See, some patterns like that is a little big to do, unless I just had a really big square. Oops, this book is not complete, as you can tell. So I'm just flipping through, looking at ideas in here. Neurographic circles, let's not do that. What are these roses? Maybe. Just trying to find some ideas, some inspiration. That's why I do these books more than anything, is I do them for not finished. I do them to remind myself, oh yeah, don't forget how to do that, and don't forget how to do that, and so forth and so on. All right, I'm not being, just put it away and drop stuff on the floor. Let's just repeat what some of the other things we've done. There's nothing wrong with repeat. We did, let's do the ovals. Or do I want to do the squares? Ooh, I might do the squares or like a rectangle. All right, come on, pen. I was bragging on you, and now you're your... We'll do a vine here, but we'll do circles this time instead of... the pointy leaves, we'll do round leaves, like a eucalyptus of sorts. And that's where I put my hand. See how faded out it is? Yeah, I'll fix it in a minute. Okay. Alright, then let's do that dosh and dash. Yeah, you'll see. I think that's the best thing at this point, is just to repeat some of the patterns. Looks good. How many empty see lines we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I could repeat my Posca dots down here. This green line says that would be a good spot. My Posca polka dots. All right. And my big fat guys there. Let's go back and see if we can fix these two that I smudged. 1, 2. Now this time, let's go this way with them. Looks like this tip is about to fall out, which I don't think it is, but it's just making me a little nervous, I don't mind telling you. All right, there's that. Okay, 3. Let's dry this for a second. 3 to go. Okay. Oh, I should pull one of these up here. I just did that one. Did that one. That one's kind of that one. Already done the viney guy up, excuse me, up there. Okay, well. What to do, what to do? I don't know. All right, let's do the straight line guy here. Oh, if it's right next to that. Or that. All right, let's do them here then. Okay, so this line's begging for something curvy. We're winging it here, folks. I can honestly say I've never done that in my life. All right, last one. Drum roll. Yikes. I think I'm just going to do dots. But really small and really opaque ones. Go back to your roots, right? Okay. I'll give you some close-ups. We're going to call that done. So wavy lines have gotten some doodles. So we've got a little bit of everything here. A little something for everyone, maybe. Well, at least we had some fun and we did some doodling in the process. Thanks for stopping by again. Hope to see you again soon. Until next time, bye.